Something alright? Something alright, yeah.
Could veteran dancehall entertainer Desmond Ninjaman Ballentine be moving closer to freedom, or will his murder conviction remain firmly in place? His lawyers have told Jamaica's Court of Appeal that the case should never have proceeded to trial, arguing that a delay of more than 8 years resulted in the death of potential defense witnesses and denied him a fair hearing. They are also challenging the identification evidence and the directions given to the jury. We examine the arguments now before the court, the possible outcomes, and whether this appeal could realistically clear the way for Ninjaman's release. Lawyers representing veteran dancehall entertainer Desmond Ninjaman Ballentine have argued that his murder case should never have proceeded to trial, claiming that an extraordinary delay undermined his ability to mount a proper defense. Attorney Robert Fletcher told Jamaica's Court of Appeal that more than 8 years passed before the matter was tried, during which potential defense witnesses reportedly died. Fletcher argued that the delay created presumptive prejudice and deprived Ballentine of a fair trial. He maintained that the disadvantage caused by the unavailable witnesses could not be corrected by directions from the trial judge. The defense further submitted that the judge should have granted an application to halt the proceedings as an abuse of process and that proceeding with the trial breached Ballentine's constitutional right to a fair hearing. Attorney Russell Stewart also questioned the safety of the conviction, arguing that the trial judge did not give the jury sufficiently detailed guidance on the identification evidence. He highlighted differences between the accounts of two principal prosecution witnesses and questioned whether one witness's familiarity with Ninjaman was strong enough to constitute reliable recognition. The defense is also challenging the manner in which Ballentine's life sentence was calculated. Ballentine, his son Janeel Ballentine, and Dennis Clayton were convicted in 2017 of the 2009 murder of Ricardo Johnson and of shooting with intent. Prosecutors alleged that the killing followed a domestic dispute in Lower Mall Road, St. Andrew, and that the men returned to the community armed the following day. Ballentine's conviction and sentence remain in force unless the court rules otherwise. Persons are speculating that Ninjaman is likely to be freed. However, it is too early to say, and immediate freedom should not be presented as the most likely outcome at this stage. His lawyers have raised potentially significant issues, especially the loss of defense witnesses, the identification evidence, and the alleged misdirection of the jury. But the Court of Appeal must decide whether those problems made the conviction legally unsafe. The court could dismiss the appeal and leave the conviction intact, uphold the conviction but reduce or reconsider the sentence, quash the conviction and order a retrial, or quash the conviction without ordering another trial, which could result in his release. For Ninjaman to be freed, the judges would generally have to overturn the conviction and decide against a retrial, or otherwise conclude that continued proceedings would be unjust. Based only on the defense submissions reported so far, and before the Crown's full response and the court's judgment, his release is possible but cannot responsibly be described as probable.
Something alright? Something alright, yeah.
Subscribe today, turn on notifications, and never miss the stories that matter most. Jamaica News Now, your Highlands, your news, right now.